Race number 14 of the NASCAR SpideyDitko Cup Series takes us to Chicagoland Speedway in Gillette, Illinois, and it's always an exciting thing when NASCAR comes here to Chicago. Looking here at your race favorites, Austin Dillon is on pole, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see if Austin can go up against the big boys. RCR Racing hasn't been great all season long, but maybe they can rebound from their terrible season and maybe can get a win. A points win, for that matter. Kevin Harvick lost the points lead last weekend at Watkins Glen in a wreck with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. So, will he rebound? Daniel Hamlin has announced that he will not return to RCR Racing next year. So, can Daniel Hamlin deliver one for Richard Childress? Jimmie Johnson is looking for a win here in Chicagoland. This is one of the few tracks that he has still not won a race in. He's won a Busch Series race here, but not in the Cup Series. Alex Bowman has been really good on these mile-and-a-half racetracks. It's going to be interesting to see how he performs here in Chicago. A very similar track to Kansas. Denny Hamlin is your new points leader, but he's really going to have a lot of momentum here today. He's going to have to get a lot of points here today because that points gap between him and Harvick is not that big. Keselowski is still looking for a win this season, but people say that he is the one to watch. He's been the fast in practice. And Kyle Busch is still looking for his second win of the season. He still wants to win. He wants to be in contention for the championship. It took him a long time to get into the top 5 in points. And Truex, him too, he wants to be in the points battle as well. But I don't really know. Harvick and Hamlin have a really big points gap between him and Joey Logano. He's still looking for a win this season. And who knows, it can maybe come here in Chicagoland. Your race analysis is 32 cars, 400 miles, 10 laps around this mile and a half. Pit road speed 45 miles an hour, and the 3 car is on the pole. Just to give you a little bit of a rough thing on how things are going to happen here. Pace car pulls off. Dillon, Harvick, lean us down. Green flags in here. We're underway in Chicago. The RCR cars give a really great start. We see a big knee in the background. They both crash. Hard on the wall goes Austin Dillon and Daniel Hamlin. Well, so much for what I said in the beginning. That was just an epic failure by RCR Racing. I don't understand how this team is still racing to this day. I don't get it. I just do not get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. You got 2 failures of a drivers this season. They have a great qualifying speed, and they just blew it away on the first lap. RCR should probably be ashamed of themselves, and probably there's going to be a lot of team meetings. And like I said before, Daniel Hamlin is leaving RCR next year. No surprise he'll probably leave that team, but we know Austin Dillon's going to be there probably until eternity. But to get that negativity out of the way, the restart here is lap number 4. Now 5. Harvick leads us down. Denny Hamlin, Jimmie Johnson try to make it 3 wide. Here comes Brad Keselowski with a big run. He shot out of the cannon on a restart. Miller Lite, Busch Beer versus each other. Kevin Harvick looked like he led that lap, but Hamlin is coming into the picture along with Alex Bowman. It appeared that both the 11 and the 88 made contact right there as Kyle Larson is making way up through the field. Jimmie Johnson losing positions here. Now it's between Bowman and Harvick. Bowman takes that spot, and now going up against Brad Keselowski. We've seen Brad K and how he can perform through these races. Now Bowman making a move on the outside. Harvick and Hamlin now battling. Give that spot to Hamlin. He's got a big run. Oh, Logano spun through there. Let's see how things play out here. White flag in air. Hamlin trying to get a second win of the season, but Brad Keselowski is not going to let him do it. He doesn't. Out of 3 and 4, the winless drought ends. Brad Keselowski wins in Chicago. And as all the top 10 cars cross the finish line, and as Brad Keselowski captures his checkered flag and the good old American flag, wow, what a big celebration. Man, I have not seen Brad, or I haven't seen the American flag wave like this since, get this, July of 2017 at Talladega. Wow, and that was when Talladega actually had a spring race, so interesting right there. But wow, Brad Keselowski wins for the first time since Season 1 in the SpideyDitko Cup Series, and he is going the victory lane. But I'm telling you what, keep an eye out for these Fords. These Fords are in it to win the Manufacturers' Championship. Don't your eyes deceive you on Chevrolet or Toyota. They have been good this season, but expect Ford to rise when we go to the last few races, which are Talladega, Martinsville, and Homestead. A few good tracks for the manufacturer. Looking at your race results, it's Brad Keselowski, Alex Bowman, Kevin Harvick, Clint Bowyer, Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson, William Byron, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson wraps up your top 10. Matty Benedetto, only one spot short of the top 10. And looking here, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr. did not have good days as expected. Eric Jones, I don't know what's going on with that 20 car. Daniel Suarez in 22nd. And Austin Dillon, Daniel Hemrick, of course. Your only 2 DNFs. And Joey Logano blew a tire on the second to last lap. He had contact with Ty Dillon. Looking at your point standings right now, not much to change, but Brad Keselowski is in the top 10 and Alex Bowman is in 9th. So, now that we got Chicago out of the way, things are only going to get crazier at Talladega Superspeedway.